All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. As every gift my brother gives is mine, so every gift I give belongs to me. Each one allows a past mistake to go. Each one allows a past mistake to go, and leave no shadow on the holy mind. On the holy mind my Father loves. His grace has given me in every gift, and brother has received. His grace has given me in every gift. A brother has received, a brother has received. Throughout all time and past all time, throughout all time and past all time as well. My treasure house is full, and angels watch its open doors, that not one gift is lost, and only more are added. Let me come to where my treasures are, and enter in where I am truly welcome. Enter in where I am truly welcome. Welcome and at home. Among the gifts that God has given me, among the gifts that God has given me. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. Father, I would accept your gift today. Father, I would accept your gift today. Oh, Father, I would accept your gifts today. Father, I would accept your gifts today. I do not recognize them. I do not recognize them. Yet I trust that you who gave them will provide the means by which I can behold them, see their worth, and cherish only them. And cherish only them as what I want, and cherish only them as what I want. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. Well, happy Martin Mass. It's St. Martin's Day today. I'm Miracle Willie, or Forgiveness Willie, teacher from the Ozarks, teaching forgiveness. Here on, what is today? It's lesson 316 in A Course in Miracles. And I had to get my Course in Miracles out. I had it in my pack. I normally have it out. Here on Monday, Bonza Bottler Day, 11/11 of 24. 11/11 of 24. Lesson 316. Let's just read through it. We just sang it, but let's read through it. All gifts I give my brothers are my own. Wow, the gifts we give our brothers are our own. As every gift my brothers give is mine, so every gift I give belongs to me. Each one allows a past mistake to go, and leave no shadow on the holy mind my Father loves. His grace has given me in every gift a brother has received throughout all time, and past all time as well. Listen to that. His grace has given me in every gift a brother has received throughout all time, and past all time as well. Back in 316, there was a guy named Martin that was born. He ended up becoming a Roman cavalryman and in the Roman army, and he ran into a beggar one day, and he realized, and he was cold, so he took his cloak and he tore it or cut it in half, gave half of it to the beggar, and kept the other half himself. He ended up going after that, became a missionary, and decided that he needed to live. I guess I don't know his story real well, but that's the story that's been handed down to us. Here he gave something that now here, many, many centuries later, we're still celebrating his wonderful deed of sharing with the homeless. And as a matter of fact, he's the patron saint of the homeless and of several other things. Patron saint of flocks of birds, I think, geese maybe, of cavalry or horses, or maybe patron saint of soldiers. Anyway, just here he gave a gift, and here years later it's still working out. We're still talking about it. His grace is given me, and every gift I give a brother. His grace is given me in every gift a brother has received throughout all time, and past all time as well. Here we're still talking about it with Saint Martin all these years later. He's a Catholic saint, but we might as well understand him and draw some encouragement, even if we don't call ourselves Catholic, even though we're part of the Catholic Church in one sense. The word means universal, and we're part of the one universal God, Spirit, brotherhood of mankind. My treasure house is full, and angels watch its open doors, that not one gift is lost, and only more are added. Let me come to where my treasures are, and enter in where I am truly welcome and at home, among the gifts that God has given me. Gave him a cloak, and he shared it with somebody else. Now there's a cloak for two people. This way that God's abundance and treasures are multiplied. They multiply. Just got to be willing to love. Help those around you. Become a missionary. Have your mission be to love your neighbor as yourself. Father, I would accept your gifts today. I do not recognize them, yet I trust that you who gave them will provide the means by which I can behold them, see their worth, and cherish only them as what I want. And then back a couple pages, what is the last judgment? Our associated reading for these 10 lessons. Christ's second coming gives the Son of God this gift: to hear the voice for God proclaim that what is false, and what is true has never changed. And this the judgment is in which perception ends. At first you see a world that has accepted this as true, projected from a now corrected mind, and with this holy sight, perception gives a silent blessing and then disappears, its goal accomplished and its mission done. The final judgment on the world contains no condemnation, for it sees the world as totally forgiven, without sin and wholly purposeless, without a cause and now without a function in Christ's sight. It merely slips away to nothingness. There it was born, and there it ends as well. And all the figures in the dream in which the world began go with it. Bodies now are useless and will therefore fade away, because the Son of God is limitless. You who believed that God's last judgment would condemn the world to hell along with you, accept this holy truth. God's judgment is the gift of the correction he bestowed on all your errors, freeing you from them and all effects they ever seem to have. To fear God's saving grace is but to fear complete release from suffering, return to peace, security and happiness, and union with your own identity. God's final judgment is as merciful as every step in his appointed plan to bless his Son and call him to return to the eternal peace he shares with him. Be not afraid of love, for it alone can heal all sorrow, wipe away all tears, and gently waken from his dream of pain the Son whom God acknowledges as his. Be not afraid of this. Salvation asks you give it welcome, and the world awaits your glad acceptance, which will set it free. This is God's final judgment. You are still my holy Son, forever innocent, forever loving, and forever loved, as limitless as your Creator, and completely changeless and forever pure. You are still my holy Son, forever innocent, forever loving, and forever loved, as limitless as your Creator, and completely changeless and forever pure. Therefore awaken and return to me. I am your father, and you are my son. Okay, well, let's see. Thank you all so much for joining me today here in my bamboo, on my place here in the Ozarks. Let me take my hat off. That way if I look down, you can still maybe kind of see my eyes. Let's see. Our lesson is What is the Peace of God in the Manual for Teachers, number 20. And of course, all day today, keep with you. All gifts I give my brothers are my own. Okay? It has been said that there is a kind of peace that is not of this world. How is it recognized? How is it found? And being found, how can it be retained? Let us consider each of these questions separately, for each reflects a different step along the way. Paragraph 2. First, how can the peace of God be recognized? God's peace is recognized at first by just one thing. In every way, it is totally unlike all previous experiences. It calls to mind nothing that went before. It brings with it no past associations. It is a new thing entirely. There is a contrast, yes, between this thing and all the past, but strangely, it is not a contrast of true differences. The past just slips away, and in its place is everlasting quiet, only that. The contrast first perceived has merely gone. Quiet has reached to cover everything. Paragraph 3. How is this quiet found? No one can fail to find it who but seeks out its conditions. Okay, we're going to look for the quietness of peace. No one can fail to find it who but seeks out its conditions. What are the conditions of this quiet of peace? God's peace can never come where anger is, for anger must deny that peace exists. Whoa, that's why we want to look for every little, even the faintest hint of irritation. We want to root those out, be aware of. That's why we want to take those hourly remembrances throughout the day and pause for a moment, check in, see if you've got any little faint irritations, little upsets. They're not really little at all. They're keeping you from having the peace of God. And then be sure to do your longer practice of the morning and in the evening of sitting in the silence for longer. Today, tell yourself, all gifts I give my brothers are my own. All gifts I give my brothers are my own. And then sit in the stillness for a while and bathe in God's love, His quiet, His peace. And if you see some little sense of irritation that you practiced that day or that you are practicing or that you're thinking, breathe into it and let it go. Just take a nice deep breath, recognize it and say, I don't need that any longer, and let her go with the exhale. So God's peace can never come where anger is, for anger must deny that peace exists. Who sees anger as justified in any way or any circumstance proclaims that peace is meaningless and must believe that it cannot exist. In this condition, peace cannot be found. Therefore, forgiveness is the necessary condition for finding the peace of God. More than this, given forgiveness, there must be peace. For what except attack will lead to war? And what but peace is opposite to war? Here the initial contrast stands out clear and apparent. Yet when peace is found, the war is meaningless. And it is conflict now that is perceived as non-existent and unreal. What do you want, peace or conflict? The answer is surely obvious, huh? Paragraph 4. How is the peace of God retained once it is found? Well, returning anger in whatever form will drop the heavy curtain once again, and the belief that peace cannot exist will certainly return. War is again accepted as the one reality. Now must you once again lay down your sword, although you do not recognize that you have picked it up again. You went unconscious, but you can gain your consciousness again by using anger as the little bell that wakes you up. So even use the things that were meant to make you go unconscious and that made you go unconscious to now learn to use them to wake you up. Be aware of when you're angry so you can let it go and return to peace. Now must you once again lay down your sword, although you do not recognize that you have picked it up again, if you pick up anger. But you will learn, as you remember even faintly now, what happiness was yours without the anger that you must have taken up again as your defense. Stop for a moment now and think of this. Is conflict what you want? Or is God's peace the better choice? Which gives you more? A tranquil mind is not a little gift. Would you not rather live than choose to die? Would you not rather live than choose to die? The peace of God is not a little gift. Paragraph 5. Living is joy, but death can only weep. You see in death escape from what you made, but this you do not see, that you made, you get the page change, that you made death, and it is but illusion of an end. Death cannot be escaped, because it is not life in which the problem lies. Life has no opposite, for it is God. Life has no opposite, for life is God. Life and death seem to be opposites because you have decided death ends life. Well, let's quit thinking that death ends life. Forgive the world and you will understand that everything that God created cannot have an end, and nothing He did not create is real. Wow, let's read that again. Forgive the world and you will understand that everything that God created cannot have an end, and nothing He did not create is real. Wow, the power of forgiveness. Forgive the world and you will understand that everything that God created cannot have an end, and nothing He did not create is real. In this one sentence is our course explained. Nothing real is threatened, nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God, is how the introduction began. Forgive the world and you will understand that everything that God created can Forgive the world and you will understand that everything that God created cannot have an end, and nothing He did not create is real. In this one sentence is our course explained. In this one sentence is our practicing given its one direction. And in this one sentence is the Holy Spirit's whole curriculum specified exactly as it is. So let's read that one sentence once more. But it has all those, our course is explained in this one sentence. Forgive the world, and you will understand that everything God created cannot have an end, and nothing He did not create is real. In this one sentence is our course explained. In this one sentence is our practicing given its one direction. And in this one sentence is the Holy Spirit's whole curriculum specified exactly as it is. And then our last paragraph for the section is 6. What is the peace of God? No more than this: the simple understanding that His will is wholly without opposite. That God's will is wholly without opposite. There is no thought that contradicts His will, yet can be true. There is no thought that contradicts His will, yet can be true. The contrast between His will and yours but seemed to be reality. In truth, there was no conflict, for His will is yours. Now is the mighty will of God Himself His gift to you. He does not seek to keep it for Himself. Why would you seek to keep your tiny, frail imaginings apart from Him? The will of God is one, and all there is. The will of God is one, and all there is. This is your heritage. The universe beyond the sun and stars, and all the thoughts of which you can conceive, belongs to you. God's peace is the condition for His will. Attain His peace, and you remember Him. You want to remember God? Well, then attain His peace. Be alert to those losses of peace, and use forgiveness. Forgive the world and you will understand that everything God created cannot have an end, and nothing he did not create is real. Okay, let's see what's going on around the world today on this Lesson 316 day. All gifts I give my brothers are my own. Like I said, it's Martinmas Day. And I think that, what a wonderful story. You know, if you have a little extra, be sure to share with your neighbor. And you get to stay warm yourself. You know, we don't have to go by the power of sacrifice. He didn't have to give his whole cloak to the homeless man. He gave half of it. He got to stay warm. Maybe a little chillier, but he had warmth in his heart after that. He drank from waters that others may have not known of. That inner warmth, inner life. Okay, and later I think he became a pope too, by the way, just by way of, he became the patron saint of the homeless, like I said. Okay, that was St. Martin, Martinmas Day. It's Air Day, Armistice Day. World War I ended on this day in 1918. And also Death Duty Day came from, I guess, Armistice, Death Duty Day. Metal Day, I guess the day to crank up the music and listen to some hard rock, huh? Metal, hard metal. Homunculus Awareness Day, which are, homunculus are little, several different meanings, but they're little people, genetically made perhaps, but they could just be an embryo or a small child. There's a lot of different definitions. I looked it up. Sundae, have a Sundae today. Have a Sundae here on Monday. Origami Day, the little paper shapes made, the little Japanese paper artwork. Pocky Day, which is a Japanese biscuit covered with chocolate. Therumboma cacao, remember the food of the gods, chocolate. Red Lipstick Day, play your red lipstick while you're playing your heavy rock music, huh? Your metal. Singles Day, Veterans Owned Business Anniversary Day, and it's Veterans Day. So thank you all you veterans that were doing the best. You were trying to do the right thing by defending yourself and your loved ones. And now we're learning there's a better way yet. Lay down your arms. In my defenselessness, my safety lies. Let's spread that message to the world. And World Orphans Day. A lot of orphans caused because of that World War I suppose. And then out of Seed Savers Exchange, we've got another Brassica oleracea, another kale. And it's the Lacinato or Lacinato Kale, also known as Tuscany or Dinosaur Kale. This Italian variety bears crinkly blue-green leaves and reportedly dates to the 18th century. Its 3-inch wide and 10 to 18-inch long pendant leaves are attractive enough for ornamental borders and have an excellent mild flavor that is enhanced by frost. I love that. Isn't that cool? Foods that you can eat after frost. Best eaten when leaves are small and tender, 62 days from transplant. So the Lacinato or Dinosaur Kale. What was the other name that it said for it? Dinosaur Kale and Tuscany Kale, an Italian variety. Okay, well, I think we know what we're doing today. We're going to, all gifts I give my brothers are my own. You can't outgive God's. Somebody told me one time. I've heard that a nice way to look at it, that when Jesus fed the 5,000, that he just wanted everybody just to do what he had been teaching, which is give to your neighbor. They all shared the foods they all had and ended up feeding 5,000, plus had a bunch left over. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. As every gift my brothers give is mine, so every gift I give belongs to me. Each one allows a past mistake to go, and leave no shadow on the holy mind of the holy mind my Father loves. His grace is given me in every gift a brother has received, throughout all time and past all time as well. My treasure house is full, and angels watch its open doors, that not one gift is lost, and only more are added. Let me come to where my treasures are, and enter in where I am truly welcome. Enter in where I am truly welcome, and at home. Among the gifts that God has given me, among the gifts that God has given me, all gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. Father, I would accept your gifts, accept your gifts today. I do not recognize them, yet I trust that you who gave them will provide the means by which I can behold them, see their worth, and cherish only them as what I want, cherish only them as what I want. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. Father, I would accept your gifts today. Father, I would accept your gifts today. I do not recognize them, yet I trust that you who gave them will provide the means by which I can behold them, see their worth, and cherish only them as what I want. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. All gifts I give, my brothers are my own. And our word for peace is masher. It's out of the English people of Cocos Island, also the Keeling Island it's known as. It's about halfway between Sri Lanka and Australia in the Indian Ocean. And our word in the English people is for peace is masher. So masher be with you. All gifts I give my brothers are my own. Masher.